students, today we are going to discuss about the nomenclature of hydrocarbons according to the IUPAC nomenclature method. There are three types of hydrocarbons that we discuss here, and we will begin with alkane hydrocarbons. So they are saturated hydrocarbons. That means they do not have double bonds or triple bonds. So the maximum number of hydrogen that can be there for a carbon atom is there in the alkane hydrocarbons. So they are saturated with hydrogen. All names of alkanes end with the suffix ane, right? So the stem name of the hydrocarbon is given by considering the number of atoms of the longest hydrocarbon chain. For studying the nomenclatures separately, we will first of all study about the stem names of all the hydrocarbons. That means that is like the numbering of chemistry. We'll see it here. When there is one carbon in a hydrocarbon, we use a stem name as meth, right? Here in alkanes, the suffix is ane, so that methane, methane, that is CH4, simplest hydrocarbon. Then if there are two carbon atoms, that is eth is the stem name, ethane. Likewise, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane and decane are the names of the hydrocarbons. So, similarly, these stem names are used for other hydrocarbons also. If there is only two carbons in an alkene, we call it as ethene. If there are only two carbon atoms in alkyne, we call it ethyne. Likewise, we add the suffix to the stem name. Stem name is taken from the number of carbon atoms in the molecule, right? So, when there are 5 carbon atoms and there are only single bonds, we called it as pentane. If there is a double bond and there are 4 carbon atoms, that is butene. Likewise, these stem names are modified according to the type of hydrocarbon and used. Then we will have some knowledge about these alkyl groups before moving to the methods of nomenclature. Alkyl group means by removing a hydrogen atom from alkane, an alkyl group is obtained. Alkyl group ends with the suffix YL, right? We know that there is an alkane as CH4, right? If I remove a hydrogen atom from this, I can write this as CH3. So this is an alkyl group. So there is only one carbon atom in this alkyl group. So I can write methyl. One carbon atom නම් අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ meth කියන stem name එක. So YL is used as a suffix for alkyl group. So this is methyl. Likewise, by removing a hydrogen atom from an alkane, an alkyl group is obtained. We'll take another example. CH. So here you can see there are 2 carbon atoms and only single bonds are there. So this is ethane. From this ethane, if I removed a hydrogen atom like this is ethyl, right? Without drawing these lines, I can write this like this. C and 3 hydrogen, CH3. And here C and 2 hydrogen, CH2. So this is ethyl group. This is ethyl group. Okay, now we will begin the nomenclature of branched chain alkanes. First of all, we should identify the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms. Here, you can see there are two chains of carbon atoms. Here one, and here is a one, here is another one. You can see three continuous chains of carbon atoms here. Right? We will count down each of these. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon here. If I took this chain, 1, 2, 3. And here this chain continues like this without breaking. So 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon are there in that chain and 5 carbon for this chain. And I can take another chain like this. This chain. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there in that chain. So we should select the longest continuous carbon chain. Right? Here this is a continuous chain and this is another continuous chain. From these two, the longest one is this carbon chain. So we selected this carbon chain for our nomenclature. Then you should number the carbon atoms in that longest continuous carbon chain so that the atom bearing the substituent group gets the lowest possible number. That means like this. Here this is the longest carbon chain that we selected. Right? There is a substituent group. You can see alkyl group. I've teased it for you. Here an alkyl group is attached. You can see. Here this is the longest carbon chain and here alkyl group is attached to one of this carbon. So I can number this longest carbon chain in two ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. And I can name it like this. Starting from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So this carbon contains this alkyl group. This carbon bears this alkyl group. So if I name the carbon chain in this way, fourth carbon atom has this alkyl group. If I named in this way, third carbon gets the alkyl group. So I should select this way of numbering so that the least possible number gets to this alkyl group. So here this is the correct way of numbering so that the alkyl group gets the least possible number. We can write the name of the compound by placing the stem name at last and substitute group with the number in front. Here you should remember something. Numbers are separated using commas. Numbers are separated from numbers using commas and numbers are separated from words with a hyphen. And here you can see the longest carbon chain contains 6 carbon. So this is a hex one. As there are no double bonds or triple bonds, this is a 8. We place this stem name at the end. So the stem name of this compound is hexane. And here to this third carbon atom an ethyl group is attached. So we should write the substituent group with the number in the front, 3-ethyl, and the stem name in the last, hexane. We do not separate the words in writing the names. So the name of this compound is 3-ethyl hexane. And here you can see another situation where two or more substituent groups are identical and it has attached to the same carbon. So in such cases, how we should write the name? First of all, we should select the longest carbon chain. Here, this is the longest carbon chain. And to this carbon, these two methyl groups are attached. So we should number the carbon atoms in the longest carbon chain so that this carbon atom gets the lowest possible number. So I'm going to number in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or else 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So here this carbon atom gets the lowest possible number when I named it in this way. When I named it in this way, this carbon atom gets the lowest possible number, that is 3. This carbon atom gets the number 3 when I named it in this direction. Right? So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon are there in the longest carbon chain. So this is hexane. As there are no double bonds or triple bonds, this is hexane. Right? And then to the third carbon atom, 2 methyl groups are attached. So I can write 3,3 dimethyl 3,3 dimethyl hexane. Why I write it as 3,3 dimethyl hexane? That means to the third carbon atom, 2 methyl groups are attached. To the third carbon atom, dimethyl means 2 methyl groups are attached. Right? If I just mention 3, it doesn't indicate that there are 2 methyl groups. අපිට හරියටම අයිඩියා එක දෙන්න ඕනේ මෙතන මෙතිල් ගෲප්ස් දෙකක් attach වෙලා තියෙනවා කියලා. ඒ හින්දා අපි මෙතන කියන්නේ 3,3 දෙකක් කියලා ආයෙම emphasize කරන්න ඩයි කියලා දානවා 3,3 dimethyl hexane. Here you can see another situation. When 2 or more substituents are present, they should get the lowest possible numbers designing their location on the lowest carbon chain. They should be placed in the alphabetical order. So here in this situation, 2 different alkyl groups are attached to the same carbon atom. In such situations, what should we do? So here first of all we should select the longest carbon chain, and that is this one. And we should number the carbon in such a way that these substituent groups get the lowest possible number. I will number like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here there is no 6 like this. And here like this. Right? So this carbon atom has these 2 alkyl groups, and here it gets the same number from two directions. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It gets the same number. So in such cases, we should follow this method. First of all, we should write the stem name. 5 carbon in the longest carbon chain. So I am going to write pent. And here there are no double bonds or triple bonds. So that is ane, pentane. And to the third carbon atom, there is a ethyl group and methyl group attached. So here 3 alphabetical order should be followed here. So I write 3 ethyl dash 3 methyl pentane. 3 ethyl, 3 methyl pentane. In such cases, we should follow the alphabetical order. I want to highlight you something here. In this case, for the same carbon atom, same type of alkyl groups are attached. But there are situations where same types of alkyl is attached to two different carbon atoms. In such cases, we should number the carbon atoms in such a way that these two carbon atoms get the lowest possible numbers, and we should write the names of two groups in dimethyl or diethyl like that way, and we should write the two numbers in front. For example, 1,4-dimethyl butane. Likewise, we should mention the numbers in order and then then the alkyl group name and the stem name. Now we will begin the nomenclature of alkenes. Alkenes contain carbon-carbon double bonds. So suffix "ane" in the alkanes is replaced by suffix "ene" for the nomenclature of alkenes. Right? So in selecting the longest continuous carbon chain, we should consider the longest carbon chain containing the double bond. Right? Double bond is there in the parent hydrocarbon. First step is you should identify the longest continuous chain of carbon including the carbon-carbon double bond. And you should number the carbon chain such that the double bond carbons get the lowest possible number. In the previous case, we numbered the carbon atoms so that the substituent groups get the lowest possible number. But in this case, we number the carbon atoms so that the double bond containing carbon gets the lowest possible number. We can number this carbon like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. So here, from this direction, this is the carbon containing the double bond. From this direction, this is the carbon atom containing the double bond. So the best way is selecting this one because double bonds get two value from this direction. So I selected the direction like this. We should build the name by placing the stem name with suffix "ene", placing the number in front. So here second carbon has the double bond. So, and there are 5 carbons in the longest continuous carbon chain. 2-pentene is the name of this hydrocarbon. 2 and 5 carbon in the longest carbon chain for that pent. Ene is for alkenes. We selected 2 as for here because second carbon atom contains the carbon-carbon double bond. When substituents are present, their names are written in front of the numbers. So we will see the naming method of this hydrocarbon. The longest hydrocarbon chain containing the double bond is this. And I can number it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In alkanes අපි ගත්තේ මේ substituent groups වලට ලීස් නම්බර් එකක් එන විදියටනේ. හැබැයි මෙතන alkenes වලදී අපි ගන්නෙ කාබන් කාබන් ඩබල් බොන්ඩ් එකට ලීස් නම්බර් එකක් එන විදියට. ඒ හින්දා මම සිලෙක්ට් කරගන්නවා මෙන්න මේ පැත්ත ඩිරෙක්ෂන් එක විදියට. මොකද සෙකන්ඩ් කාබන් එකට තමයි එතකොට ඩබල් බොන්ඩ් එක තියෙන්නේ. And write the name of this compound as like this. Here, second carbon contains a double bond. So, this is 2-hexene. And substituent groups are written in the front. Third carbon contains a methyl group. And fifth carbon contains a methyl group. So, 3,5-dimethyl 2-hexene. We can write these kind of compounds in another way also, like this: 3,5-dimethyl hex 2-ene. We can write the name of this compound in this way also: hex 2-ene. Likewise, we can write in that method also. If the double bonds get the same numbers when numbered from either sides, then number so that substituents get the least possible numbers, right? If we number this in this direction, this carbon has the double bond. If I numbered it from this direction, this carbon has the double bond. So I am going to number it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then from this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see both of these got number 3. So from both directions, the double bond get the same number. In such situations, we consider about the substituent groups. Here you can see for the fifth carbon, methyl group is attached. For third carbon, methyl group is attached. And in this situation, for the second carbon and for the fourth carbon, the methyl groups are attached. So the best way is numbering from this direction, this way, right? From that way we get here third carbon has a double bond, so that is 3-hexene, and 2 methyl groups are attached to the 2 carbon atoms are attached to the second carbon and the fourth carbon. 2,4-dimethyl 3-hexene. Right? Then we will move to the nomenclature of alkynes. They contain carbon-carbon triple bonds. Ene suffix of alkene is replaced by ine suffix. Other process of naming is similar to alkene naming method. So here we will name this alkyne. We should number in such a way that triple bond gets the lowest number. If I numbered it in this direction, this carbon contains the triple bond. If I numbered it from this direction, this carbon contains a triple bond. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this method, third carbon has the triple bond and 1, 2, 3. From this way also third carbon has the triple bond. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So here in such situations we can take the number so that the substituent group gets the lowest possible number. So we should select this direction in such situations. So here third carbon has the carbon-carbon double bond, triple bond. So here 3 hexane, 3 hexane. And for the second carbon, a methyl group is attached. 2 methyl, 3 hexane is the name. 2 methyl, 3 hexane. We can write this compound like this: 2 methyl hex 3 ine. In that way also we can write the name. Thank you for being with me till the end. I hope to practice some nomenclatures of hydrocarbons with you in my Telegram channel. So please join for it so that we can practice some names in that one also. I hope to correct your answers and provide you questions from that so we can master this lesson very easily. So thank you for being with me till the end. Stay tuned.